April 13, 2025. Mark this date not simply as another full moon, but as a celestial threshold, a sacred activation encoded into the rhythm of the cosmos. This Libra full moon is not a quiet invitation. It is a clarion call, a cosmic pulse reverberating across the energetic planes of Earth, inviting your soul into deeper truth, higher alignment, and radical recalibration. It arrives not to merely illuminate the sky, but to stir the waters of your inner world, to awaken the forgotten truths, the quiet longings, the dormant codes of purpose within you. This is not inspiration for fleeting moments. This is transformation rooted in soul memory. A divine checkpoint where the collective and individual paths collide, where emotion meets wisdom, and where illusion dissolves in the radiance of awakened clarity. Prepare yourself, not for subtle shifts, but for profound realignments. This moon doesn't whisper. It roars with sacred authority. And if you've been sensing something stirring in the shadows, something ready to be born from your deepest truth, then you are right on time. Let us begin the descent into the deeper layers of this cosmic portal. The full moon in Libra is not just a light in the sky, it is a map. And it is guiding you home. Recent cosmic context, energetic aftermath. To truly grasp the magnitude of this full moon in Libra, we must first look back at the energetic terrain we've just crossed. March was no ordinary month. It delivered a sequence of cosmic events that felt like tidal waves crashing through the subconscious layers of our lives. Solar flares erupting, planetary alignments recalibrating Earth's frequency, eclipses tearing open karmic threads we thought were long buried. These weren't isolated events. They were spiritual detonations, shaking loose everything that could no longer survive in the field of truth. If you felt emotionally drained, physically exhausted, or spiritually cracked open, know this. You are not broken. You are being reformatted. The collective energy field is still humming with the aftershock. The walls between dimensions are thin. Our bodies, minds, and spirits have been asked to transmute density at a pace not seen in years. The emotional purging wasn't punishment, it was a sacred cleansing. We've been rinsed of illusion, detoxed of outdated attachments, and stripped of the stories that no longer serve our evolution. Now, we find ourselves standing in the rawness of what's left. Emotionally, we are exposed. Energetically, we are open. Spiritually, we are heightened. This full moon does not arrive on a clean slate. It steps into a landscape that has already been radically shifted. And that's what makes it powerful. Because when the dust settles, what remains is fertile ground for the truth to take root. The universe, through chaos and recalibration, has been preparing you for this. Your intuition is sharper. Your discernment is stronger. Your inner compass is no longer calibrated to fear, but to alignment. What unfolds now is not random, it is revelation. Libra full moon as a sacred checkpoint. This Libra full moon is more than a moment of lunar brilliance. It is a spiritual checkpoint, a cosmic mirror held up to your inner world. Libra, ruled by Venus, carries the archetypal energy of balance, justice, truth, and sacred harmony. But balance in Libra is not about keeping the peace at any cost. It's about courageous recalibration, about choosing truth even when it rattles the comfort of silence, about choosing yourself, not from ego, but from alignment. This moon asks the unfiltered questions. Where are you sacrificing your truth for temporary comfort? In what spaces are you dimming your light so others don't feel threatened? Are you still trying to earn your worth by playing roles that silence your soul? You are being invited to radical self-honoring, not selfishness, but sovereignty. Not rebellion, but remembrance. And as these themes arise in your personal relationships, they are not there to destroy connection, but to evolve it. To pull love out of the shadows of performance and place it in the sacred light of truth. This Libra moon teaches. True harmony is forged in truth. Anything else is only decoration. Venus in Pisces, the divine feminine speaks. Venus, the ruler of this Libra full moon, is now exalted in Pisces, a placement of deep spiritual resonance. Here, the divine feminine doesn't whisper, she sings. She weaves dreams into destiny, dissolves fear into compassion, and invites you to swim in the sacred waters of higher love. This isn't romantic fantasy. It's sacred power. Venus in Pisces activates a portal to divine creativity, intuitive expression, and soul-level compassion. But it also reminds you, compassion is not self-sacrifice. Spiritual beauty doesn't require you to abandon yourself. Instead, this alignment asks, can you love more deeply without losing your voice? Can you dream bigger while remaining grounded in your truth? Can you embody softness without tolerating misalignment? This is where your inner mystic meets your inner warrior, where your tenderness becomes your power, where your love becomes your revolution. Resurrection, not just release. Most full moons bring a call to release, but this one is different. This is not just about what you're letting go of, it's about what is rising. This Libra full moon holds resurrection energy. You're not being asked to shed layers just to feel lighter, you're being asked to resurrect the authentic you beneath them, to breathe life into your truest essence, to reclaim what was once silenced, shamed, or hidden in exchange for acceptance. The false peace you maintained by shrinking, pleasing, or performing, it no longer serves. What this moon brings instead is truth-based harmony. Real peace doesn't come from avoiding discomfort. It comes from standing rooted in who you are and allowing the world to adjust. Your heart is not being emptied, it is being reborn. T-square activation, Mars, Sun, and Moon. This full moon forms a powerful T-square with the Sun and Mars, creating a crucible of tension, but also transformation. Mars in Cancer brings emotional drive, passion, desire. But without spiritual awareness, it can erupt into defensiveness or reactive behavior. The Sun opposing the Moon highlights the inner tug-of-war between ego and intuition, past and future, control and surrender. This dynamic configuration is pressure, with purpose. You are being asked, can you act from intention rather than reaction? Can you transform frustration into foundation? Can you use inner conflict as fuel for conscious creation? This is your moment to choose differently. Not to escape discomfort, but to build through it. To forge new structures of connection, action, and alignment that reflect who you've become, not who you used to be. Chiron in Aries, healing the identity wound. At the heart of this energetic moment lies Chiron, the wounded healer. In Aries, the sign of identity, courage, and selfhood. This placement is not subtle. It is an invitation to excavate the very core of your pain and to alchemize it. The wound here is deep. The fear of not being enough unless you're achieving. The conditioning to suppress your voice, your fire, your essence just to be accepted. But what if that wound was never a punishment? What if it was a portal? Chiron reminds you, your pain is not your prison. It's your passageway. Through this wound, you can reclaim your divine leadership. You can rise not because you've avoided the fire, but because you've walked through it and remembered who you truly are. This moon asks you to release the need to prove, perform, or perfect. You are worthy, Aziz. Not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Aries rising, feminine warrior energy. In the shadows of this lunation stands Aries, the feminine disruptor. The voice of sacred rebellion. The cosmic force that says, enough. Aries opposes Chiron and demands that we stop hiding behind wounds and start standing in our sacred truth. She doesn't play by patriarchal rules or wait for permission. She rises. She speaks. She reclaims. This is the feminine in her warrior form, not to destroy, but to dismantle what no longer aligns with justice, sovereignty, and sacred purpose. The message is clear. You are not too much. Your truth is not a threat. Your voice is a necessary force in the evolution of this planet. Let Aries awaken the fierce grace within you. Black Moon Lilith and Haumea in Scorpio. The lunar backdrop also features the influence of Black Moon Lilith and Haumea, two celestial forces invoking primal wisdom and deep earth connection. In Scorpio, they speak of the sacred, the sensual, and the sovereign, of reclaiming the parts of ourselves that were once called too wild, too intense, or too mysterious. This is the return of untamed spirituality. Not chaotic, but rooted. Not reckless, but deeply instinctive. Lilith and Haumea remind you that your connection to Earth is not metaphorical, it is energetic. As the Earth continues to ascend, recalibrating her frequency, so do we. This moon is your invitation to remember the pulse of your original wisdom. The part of you that never forgot who you are. The Yod, finger of God configuration. In this lunation, a rare Yod, or finger of God, formation appears, pointing divine energy toward the full moon in Libra. It involves Venus and Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus, and the moon in Libra, forming the apex. This is divine choreography, a cosmic instruction. This moment is sacred. Your soul chose it. You are being guided into a spiritual realignment that is not random, but destined. Yod configurations are rare. They bring life-altering moments, soul awakenings, unexpected synchronicities, and irreversible clarity. What seems confusing now may suddenly make sense. What felt stuck may move overnight. This is a fingerprint of the divine pressing gently, but firmly, on your path. You are being activated. Are you listening? Emotional sovereignty and embodiment. This full moon doesn't only ask what you feel, it asks, can you hold what you feel? Can you sit in your truth without collapsing into old defenses? Can you remain soft while everything around you changes? Emotional sovereignty is not numbness, it's embodiment. Your emotions are not liabilities. They are tools of creation. Anger can reveal boundaries. Sadness can reveal longing. Joy can open portals. Let your feelings move, but don't let them own you. Let discomfort be fuel, not a stop sign. This moon invites you to become the safe space you've always searched for. To hold yourself with love while the world recalibrates around your authenticity. Integration of energies. The planetary forces of Venus, Saturn, and Uranus now come together as sacred architects of a new blueprint. Venus offers divine love, creative power, and beauty as a spiritual force. Saturn brings structure, commitment, and karmic mastery. Uranus injects awakening, innovation, and lightning clarity. Together, they anchor the new human template, a being who embodies spirit in form, who leads with love, anchored in truth, who dreams without bypassing and acts without abandoning self. You are not here to ascend out of your humanity. You are here to bring divinity into it. Personal awakening and earth ascension. We are now living in the era of conscious evolution. The new human is not waiting for validation. The new human remembers. You are shifting beyond the cycles of survival, shame, and spiritual amnesia. You are returning to a state of co-creation, sovereignty, and embodied wisdom. Earth herself is ascending, vibrating higher, releasing old timelines, calling forth souls who are ready to lead with love and light. This moon amplifies that frequency. You are not only witnessing the shift, you are the shift. Neptune in Aries, intuition reclaimed. With Neptune preparing its move into Aries, the collective fog is lifting. Where once there was confusion, there is now clarity. Where once there was doubt, there is now knowing. Neptune in Aries is intuition with a spine. It's spiritual vision coupled with action. It's the reclamation of your inner voice, not as a whisper, but as a guiding force. This transition means you're no longer available for misalignment. No longer interested in stories that drain your energy or roles that cage your soul. You are remembering that your intuition is your highest authority. Final activation. Step into your soul's light. This full moon marks an energetic graduation. The universe is not withholding your manifestations, it's waiting for your alignment. When you stand in your truth, synchronicities multiply. When you honor your soul, purpose finds you. When you stop dimming your light, creation flows with you, not against you. You are here to embody your light unapologetically. To create, to lead, to love without distortion. This moon says, it's time. Reflective questions and closing. As you close this sacred window, ask yourself, where am I still hiding to maintain peace? What emotional patterns are asking to be transformed? How can I lead with love without losing myself? This moon is not just a phase. It is a portal, a reflection of your inner brilliance, a remembrance of your wholeness. Stand in its glow. Let it reveal what's been hidden. Let it remind you that you are ready, Not someday, but now. The soul has always known the way. Now the path is clear. Your soul is ready. Are you?